Hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and of course, as you can tell from the title of this video, I am here to review the Season 2 finale of Gotham. Now, I know it's been a while since I've talked about Gotham, specifically because the last time I talked about Gotham, it wasn't too positive. I've been pretty low on this show ever since Season 1, really. Now, I haven't hated it. It wasn't like I was at the point where I was saying, fuck this show, and this and that. But I was very frustrated with this show. I was just overly frustrated with certain things that I'm still frustrated about. I will say I did not hate this finale. This finale was not a piece of shit like it could have been. Let's go through this. Okay, look. The beginning, where we carried over from the last episode, where we got Clayface. The character Clayface, who is pretending to be Gordon. Now look, I've complained before, and I'll complain again, because this is one of my major issues with the show in general, is that we have so many Batman characters, like staple Batman characters, villains more so, that it's too early. It's too early to introduce fucking Clayface. But with all that being said, I found Clayface Gordon hilarious. I did. The way how Ben Kingsley was acting as the fake Gordon and just that shit-eating grin he had on his face, you could tell that he was bullshitting. It took a while for everyone else to catch on, especially Bullock. There was a moment where Bullock seemed like he knew something was up, but he couldn't quite figure it out. I'm a little upset that Bullock wasn't the one who outright figured it out, but every time Clayface Gordon was just like, yeah, I'll don't worry about it. I'm Jim Gordon, just with that fake voice and every time he would smile, checking women out and giving him a wink, it was so over the top and so goofy. It was making me laugh. And at this point, with a show like this, where the writing's not that strong, I will appreciate making me laugh. Hugo Strange giving Gordon the truth serum was different. It was odd, but okay. I mean, we got a little bit of insight into Gordon as far as his parents, what he thought of his father, the whole stuff with Lee, I thought was probably the most interesting, and how guilty he felt for the death of their unborn child and whatnot. So, okay, fine. But we pretty much, it's been more than hinted, practically confirmed, but definitely now the Court of Owls are in this world. And I remember hearing a rumor about Gotham doing this last season, or the first half of last season, and when I heard that rumor, I instantly was interested. I was like, yes, Gotham, do the Court of Owls, because that's probably one of the only things you guys can do to get me excited about this show once again. We've done so many bait and switches on who's the Wayne killer. We thought it was some random person, maybe a Joe Chill, maybe not. Then we find out it's Matches Malone. We still don't even know for sure if it was Matches Malone, but I guess we can assume it was. But then we thought, okay, who hired Matches Malone? Oh, well, it's Hugo Strange, the philosopher. Oh, no, it actually wasn't him, because he's now working for... It's it's so many layers and so many chain of commands that it's a little... not confusing, but just annoying. It's annoying that it's taking this long to really get to it. But if it is the Court of Owls, it makes sense. The secret society that's running almost underground in Gotham, beneath everybody's nose. They're all rich people wearing masks, so technically they're people that you would know. But it's a fascinating concept that they did in the comic books, and I think, yeah, sure, maybe in the comics this was a Batman, actual story where he was Batman, but this is something that they can do while he's a kid that makes sense. It's connected to his origin, or it's connected to the murder of his parents. I get it. This is one of the few storylines you can do while Bruce is still a kid. I want to talk about the return of Fish Mooney. Yes, Jada Pinkett Smith is back as Fish Mooney, and I was happy to see her. And not that I hated her or anything last season. I liked her fine, but there were moments where she was a little over the top, or just a little whatever. And then when she got killed off, I was just I kind of shrugged, okay, fine. But after seeing what we've got in season 2, look, I'm not saying season 2 has been the biggest piece of shit ever. It's just to me it wasn't the greatest season. So to bring back a character who was original, like created specifically for the show, and an actress like Jada Pinkett, she's good. Especially seeing her back in this world. Now that, I think the big problem with her in season 1 is that she was very over the top and a little goofy in this world that they were trying to make dark and serious. Now that season 2 is so off the rails and so goofy in and of itself, she fits in perfectly. And in fact, because she is original, because she isn't in the comic book, so her fate, her story, you could do anything with this character, and it really can't piss me off. You can do anything with her. I love that. The fact that she has these powers, these Kilgrave-like powers, I don't really love, but whatever. I guess we'll see what they do with it. I love at the end how she got into the school bus and was driving away, and like I was rooting for her against the cops chasing her. I was like, yeah, get away, Fish Mooney, get away. And get away she did. Now, this is the major issue I have. Like, I know I didn't love them having Clayface here, but at least they did next to nothing with him. Like, at least he was just here for kind of a joke. It made me laugh. So, okay, fine, we're done with that character. We know what happens with that character. But the fact that they introduced Killer Croc, it's a small part, but still, it's like, I don't even want to see this fucking guy. I don't want to see Killer Croc while Bruce Wayne is still like 14, 15 years old, however he's supposed to be. We get Mr. Freeze, which I hated. Oh, I'm sorry, Victor Fries. Fucking stupid is that? And they butchered his origin with Nora. They fucking killed Nora off. So yeah, he's really an interesting character to keep around now. He looks super fucking goofy with the silver hair and just a complete waste of the Mr. Freeze character. I'm going to say it. I liked Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze better. And I know that's blasphemy. I know it doesn't make sense to some people. But at least I can laugh at Arnold Schwarzenegger. At least he's so ridiculously over the top, so cartoony, that I get an emotion. This Mr. Freeze, I feel nothing. And just like there's nothing there. It's a joke, this Mr. Freeze. A fucking joke. But in the worst way possible, because it's not even funny. It's not even amusing to watch. It's just boring. Firefly, okay, another wasted character. I didn't give a shit about her. I did like the fact that Selena Kyle used her to basically keep herself safe, and she was picking for the right time. Like, I like Selena Kyle. Like, this Selena Kyle, I like a lot. Nigma holding Bruce and Lucius Fox hostage was kind of it was a whatever moment. Like, sure, it was amusing to see Nigma give them riddles that they couldn't solve, and then he gassed them, although the gassing didn't do fucking jack shit, but whatever. Nigma laughing maniacally, it was totally like Jim Carrey's Riddler, so, like, for that, I guess it was alright. We get Barbara. Barbara, what the fuck are we doing with Barbara? She came back, and she pretended, or she tried to say to Gordon, I'm better now. I'm not crazy anymore. I'm a good person now. We can be together. And he turns her down, so then she just goes back to being evil. Or crazy. Or whatever the fuck she is. She's literally just here for what? Okay, fine. In this episode, she had a moment where she went to go to the precinct. She was talking to Clayface Gordon. I did like that she quickly figured it out. It didn't take her long at all. It shows how much she's in love with Jim, that she just knew immediately that it wasn't him. Fine. That was good because it finally presented her as a smart person for once. But then what? She calls Penguin and tells him everything. And then it's like, what are we doing with Barbara? What are we doing with her? The bomb. Man, oh man, could this not be a more contrived plot for a season finale? A bomb! A nuclear bomb! Holy fuck! Like, was this supposed to be like a tribute to the 60s Batman? Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Like, if that's what they were going for, okay, fine. But, like, we just got a nuclear bomb in Dark Knight Rises. Like, did we need a bomb? And, like, a random bomb. Like, why was Hugo Strange gonna blow up Arkham and transport these, like, I get maybe he felt like it was closing in on them, and that they didn't want everything to be found out, so they were going to move shop. Okay, but how are you going to explain a nuclear bomb? Like, what's the plan here? You're just going to have this bomb go off, and then the possibility of the radiation affecting everybody? It's just, this plot made no fucking sense for him to do. Hugo Strange should have been a much smarter character than that, but throughout the season, he's been doing dumb thing after dumb thing about, like, letting out Theo Gallivan, letting out Barbara, letting out Penguin, letting out all of these characters who were rehabilitated, but they really weren't. They were still fucking crazy, and he's just letting them run amok. The reason why the police caught on to him is from his own dumb mistakes. Dumb! Dumb, 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 dumb. The homeless woman comes in and lets out the freaks, the inmates. So now Gotham is riddled with crazy villains. A bunch of crazy villains. Wow, there's no Batman still. We get a Gotham City with super villains, but with no Batman. What the fuck is this show doing? Why are we doing this with no Batman? Why can't we get a Gotham show with a Batman? Like, maybe if you did everything that they were doing and had Batman present, maybe I wouldn't be going as crazy about this. It's just, like, or maybe it's because I'm rewatching season 2 of Daredevil, and the writing, the detail put into those characters, how everything makes sense, no moment, no character feels wasted, everything feels important and substantial to the plot, every character makes sense in what they're doing, there's no wasted thoughts and movements and plans, the Kingpin is amazing with how he operates. None of that is here. None of that is here. I just want great writing in my superhero shows. And maybe I'm being a fucking nitpicker like crazy. I'm sure people will comment and say that I'm being an asshole and that this episode was great. Look, like I said, I didn't hate it. It was, this show, I guess I just have to accept the fact that this show is just a dumb, fun show. That's really all it is. I want more from my superhero shows. I want more from my comic book property shows. I do. I want these shows to be fucking great. I want people to watch these shows who don't know much about comic books and go, wow, this is so greatly written, so much interesting characters going on, so much good writing and all of these stuff that I want to get to know more of this stuff. Not just watch it and be like, oh, it's just a fun, dumb show. But maybe I expect too much. Maybe it's just me. I admit, it could be me. It could be me. Season 2 finale of Gotham. It came, it went, it left. Season 3 to look forward to now. Oh well, at least I have Flash for tomorrow night. I can't wait for that one. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Season 2 finale of Gotham? Am I being too harsh? Did you enjoy it? Do you agree with me? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!